All righty. Hey, True Believers and Mouseketeers. I'm on the wrong channel. As you pointed out, Dalton's with me. Say hello.
Yes. Hello.
And
Don't work today.
I am so busy, I forget what I'm doing. Yeah, so we wanted to talk about this this thing that's been going around. Angry Mom. Now, this has been out for a while, I thought. I swear I read something last year about this or earlier this year that
maybe it was just two similar incidents or something.
Maybe it's Angry Mom thinks childless, not childish, childless millennials should be banned from Disney World. What about childless middle-aged people or childless old people? Should they be banned? What if you had children and now they're all grown up and you want a nice night out or a nice day out with just the missus? Or what if you didn't tell your kids and you wanted to go to Disney? Like, because this is very specific, Dalton. Just childless millennials?
I've become kind of a connoisseur of the stupid ideological outrage, but it's sometimes nice to go home, and this is some good old-fashioned think of the children crap right here. Yeah,
and you are a millennial, right? Or,
yeah.
Are you the next one back, Generation Y? I don't really know the rules.
I am a millennial. Yeah.
Okay, because it seems to me the rules are anyone's a millennial so long as they're between the ages of 1 and 100. To me, I thought it would be a little more specific, like kids who came of age in the new millennia.
When they say millennial, they mean someone who was born on the cusp of the new millennium.
Yeah, that does. My daughter's
between 85 and 95.
See, 85 is too far away, in my opinion. 85, you're 15. You've already decided a lot of what you're going to be by 15. At this point, you have, and you're just going to become either more or less of what you've already decided.
That's the furthest cutoff I've heard, though. Some people cut it off closer to like 89 or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
but 96 through 2010 is Gen Z, I think.
Oh, okay. So anyway,
under that is
we got to talk about this. So I thought, wow, this is going to be a little bit of fun because, and I've got to warn you, there is a little bit of language. I try to stay away from it on the channel, but when we're talking about news and such, it seems not a lot of other people share that same thing. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Okay. Not a lot of other people share what I do as far as, okay, well, if you're talking about Disney, sometimes you're going to be talking about it and somebody wants to look at it with their kids. Okay, this person has an opinion about Disney. Let's see it. So I try to keep the language to a minimum, but we had a fight in Disneyland. And now this woman's getting mad at people at Disneyland. What is going on in California? I mean, specifically with Disneyland.
Aside from it being California and that being its own cancer.
They look at us like we're crazy. So anyway, this woman, Jin Soon Jinkon, says, this is my new favorite wild mommy post. It's me, the millennial slut who just goes to Disney World to make children cry. Okay, so if there's language here, I'm going to try to skip over it as much, but this is it. It goes, it pisses me off to no end when I see childless couples without at Disney World. Childless couples without at Disney World. Without what? Because you already said childless. That means without cup. Okay. Alrighty. DW is
ladies and gentlemen, redundant.
I know. DW is a family park. Yet these immature millennials throw away their money on useless crap. They have no idea the joy and happiness it is to mothers who buy their babies treats and toys. They will never experience the exhaustion that it is to chase a 3-year-old around and getting stares at, assuming I'm a bad mother. This person, I'm not going to say this word, in some very slutty shorts, was buying a Mickey pretzel and Aiden wanted one, but the line was very long, so I said later, and it broke this poor little guy's heart, and he cried. That seems more on you.
Yeah.
If you can't take...
So here's the thing. Disney is for everyone.
Yeah.
You stupid bint.
Yeah. Yeah, and what she's saying, okay, I understand. Hey, look, I'm a dad, and I loved being a dad, taking my daughters to Disney. We thankfully we live right outside of Disney and have all of our lives, and had either somebody I either worked at a theme park or we knew somebody who did, so we could go in anytime. So they were very lucky, and we had a great time. I loved doing this. She's right. It is a joy, and it is a pain, and it's a bother. And at one point in time, I was told I was abusing my kids because I took them to Disney during the summertime. So she is right that you get
what now?
I was abusing my children because I took them to Disney in the summer because it's really hot.
Abuse means nothing anymore, ladies and gentlemen.
Well,
when taking your kids to Disney World
this was almost 20 years ago, though, because remember, my kids are now one of them's about to turn 24, one of them's about to turn 25, or yeah. So this was a while ago, but yeah, I got called. I was told that you're abusing your children because they were hot, they were sweaty, and they wanted to wear their Disney dresses. I told them. But I let them wear their Disney dresses. And so I understand. There's a lot of stress sometimes when you take your kids, but it can be a lot of fun. I learned how to do it right. If your kids get overheated, you take them to certain places. You get them certain things. You always remember that Disney gives away water.
Yeah.
And I would joke with them, I'm going to dump it. Oh, no, Daddy, no. But they loved going into getting wet. And so after a while, you remember to bring in a change of clothes so you can let them get wet. So you can let them just run around and play in the water and do that kind of stuff. I understand. I understand that there is a bit of stress. However, the whole bit about I wanted to get Aiden a pretzel, but then I didn't because the line was long, that's on her. And not being able to find a place to go to that had a shorter line to get Aiden something else, that's on her too. That's not on anybody in front of them. And it seems like she's saying it's a long line, but she's focusing on some person in slutty shorts was buying a Mickey pretzel. So yeah, she's focusing on one person in the line.
It's just the good old-fashioned, I made bad choices, but those bad choices can't be my fault, so let me project the fault onto anyone that I can capitalize my brain into blaming.
It 5 minutes, it doesn't make sense. So and this actually has me wondering, is this fake? Oh, and by the way, this is September 22nd. It says right here. So yeah, this is last year.
Okay.
I knew I read something like this. So it's just making its round again.
I've seen a lot of millennial bashing crap over the years.
Yeah.
So this isn't, even if this is fake, this isn't out of the norm of people blaming millennials for literally everything.
Well, you guys suck on a whole. I mean, individually, like yourself, you can be fine, but you are like the drop of water in an oil field. I mean, it's just you are a unicorn.
I have my, and also thank you. I have my issues with my generation, believe me, but
yeah.
Let us not act as though every generation doesn't do this kind of crap when they are young. I mean, does no one remember the transition from the 50s to the 60s? Because I can guarantee you there was some Leave It to Beaver fathers out there who were aghast and agog over the whole hippie movement.
Well, all I gotta say is this: we brought you Ghostbusters, we brought you Back to the Future, we brought you hair metal. You're welcome. We're perfect.
No. I'm pointing out this trend. Like the 70s had Hendrix. The 80s had, all of the unique,
the best pop culture in the entire universe.
Well, yes, but they also had extremely rebellious, edgy metal and pop and punk and everything else. Yep. So don't.
If we discovered life on Mars, they're rocking out to Cherry Pie by Warrant. Yeah. That's just the way it is. Anyway, let's move on here to the rest of it. Let's see. So this person. It made my child cry. I wanted to take that pretzel from that young lady. Like, thanks, young lady. You made my son cry. No, once again, that's yours. DW, Disney World, is for children. People without children need to be banned. By the way, that's the way I should be reading this.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Okay,
thanks.
okay.
You made my son cry. You know, mothers with children should be allowed to skip all the line. You have no effing idea what it's like to have to stand in line for 3 hours with a cranky, tired, exhausted toddler. And I can't just tell them that we can't do something because it's vacation. Actually, yeah, you can. You're in charge. Look, I made a video a little bit ago, and it was about the fight. And I said, let your child be the boss. But what I meant was he will tell you what he wants to do. Yeah, you're in charge. Sorry, but you can say, hey, look, this is what we can do. This is what we can't do. So you pick what you want to do here. And they will. And you can food all over freaking Disney. Well, I don't know. I've never been to Disneyland. Maybe they only have the one cart. I doubt it.
I find that very hard to believe. But yes, my darling person who made this post, Disney is all ages entertainment. Emphasis on the all part, and it's family entertainment. A family does not merely imply the nuclear ideal family of, wife, wife, husband, and 2 kids. People who don't have kids also enjoy things that are enjoyable, and Disney wants to be as universally enjoyable as possible. That's why they do what they do. So you can't just be like, your ability to enjoy this is haram now because I declare it so.
Now,
That
of course,
complete BS.
I have kids, and I've taken them to Disney, like I said, all the time. But now I do a lot of, especially since I started this YouTube channel, I do a lot of my Disney going by myself. And granted, it is more fun when Gail goes with me, or God bless, please, can my children come? Because, they're my favorite audience and I make them laugh all the time.
Yeah.
But, yeah, come on. It's for anybody. I've had a lot of fun. I have some fun going by myself even, because there's something a little liberating about it. If you've ever gone with a large group, God bless you for it, because it's like 1 million bathroom trips and one ride.
God. Yeah.
That's what you get. If you go with a huge group, hey, let's have a family reunion and go to Disney, break that up, because what ends up happening is, like I said, 1 million bathroom trips and you get to one attraction. You basically pay $110 to go to the bathroom all day. So you make sure that you can, a smaller group, you can do whatever you want. If you are just yourself, you can literally do whatever you want. So yeah, I kind of enjoy sometimes going by myself, but in all honesty, I do have a little more fun with Gail, or even if my mom comes along. Now that she's got her cart, she likes to do that. Mitchell Stankiewicz, as a single person with no kids who goes to Disneyland all the time, this makes me feel extremely powerful. Let's see, FFS, a childless couple is still a family. There you go.
Yeah. And
not a nuclear one, but it is.
Yeah, this would be tantamount to somebody going and making a post about Comic-Con going, anyone who doesn't have kids should be forbidden from going to Comic-Con because comic books were originally for children. A, that's not necessarily true, or at least not entirely true. And B, marketing, though, and artistic merit, though. Artistic merit doesn't switch on and off based on whether or not you have children.
Yep. Christy, by the way, Christy is saying that they're live streaming over at Extreme Movie Show, and she feels like she's cheating. So do I. Today was Out for Justice, and they're talking about Out for Justice by Steven Seagal, and I love that film, and I was looking forward to it. But double up. By the way, I said that and we lost a viewer, so I was like, holy they're talking about Out for Justice, gotta go. Yeah, I got caught with so many things I have to do, so we had to grab this one as well at the same time. If someone is paying a lot of money, I don't have the right to judge people, and they could do whatever they want, says Maverick, and I completely agree. Plus, she doesn't know that childless slut may actually have been in line and her family was waiting somewhere else. You have no idea about people. You don't know their lives when you go to Disney, what they're doing, what they had to go through to get there. You don't know if they're rich or if they're poor, and they saved up for years to have this one day at the Magic Kingdom. You don't know. It's like, just calm your roll and do your thing and wish everybody else a good day too. You know?
Well, but it's this pseudo-aristocratic attitude where, like, they can declare themselves in judgment over everyone else and not, like, have any, like, logical consistency while they do it. It's exactly the same. It's exactly the same impulse that leads to the social justice warrior thing. It's just like, I want this to be the case, therefore it is the case, therefore anyone who claims that it's not the case is wrong by default, and I won't listen to any reasoning otherwise.
Yeah, because stupid. You don't agree with me, you are A, B, or C. But I'll tell you what, and this is also, and if she's yelling and screaming like this, I know this is an assumption, but that seems to me, this is not a well thought out tweet. This is I'm mad right now, I got to get this thoughts out, and she just yelled and screamed with her thumbs. And I can understand that because this is another thing I pointed out in the fight video. Mm-hmm. Disney doesn't advertise Disney as Disney is. Even look at the pictures of Galaxy's Edge, which, by the way, guys, it's doing fine. As a matter of fact, it's doing gangbusters now, okay? But they were just, the parks weren't as full as they are now. The summer crowds have come. And when the summer crowds come, it isn't like it shows on the commercials. It is busy as hell. And it can be extremely stressful if you're not prepared for that. And if you have a toddler, toddlers don't know the rules. That's why you can't tell your toddler what the day is going to be. You got to let the toddler tell you what the day is going to be if you're there for your kids. And that's one thing I think the childless people have, because we can adjust. You know, when Gail and I, we go out, we have plans. Oh, well, we can't do that. Let's go do this. Then that's fine. We're reasonable adults. Toddlers are, in the word reasonable, never meet. Ever.
Not in the same dictionary, let alone the same sentence. Bye.
So you let them lead you around. And when it comes to a pretzel, I'm sorry, stand the freaking hell in line and get the dang pretzel. Well, the line was too long, so it's her fault. No, it's yours. It's yours. There you go. Let's see what we got here. Also, they come off as judgmental. Yep, but I'm not saying that word. I've been very good with the language today, Undead Quinn. It's really a stupid argument. Disneyland can make adults become like kids again, especially if they never have been. You know, my mother is 70 years old, and she loves going out. She likes making the videos now. I've taken her out, and I said, "No, come out, get in the sun. You know, get a little exercise." She can't walk very well, but she does get some exercise now by us going out. And she's 70 years old and loves it. And she likes getting her picture taken with the character. She likes getting her picture taken with the little statues, the topiary, anything. So yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right, Christy. You could be a kid again, no matter the age. Maverick saying probably the person watched Disney movies when they were a kid, and now as an adult they finally have the money. They probably worked hard for to finally go to the happiest place on earth. Yeah, and in all honesty, it's the happiest place on earth if you make it. If you go in and you're then it's going to be that kind of day.
And that's the other thing. Most people, present company excluded, Disney is a once in a lifetime or maybe a couple times in a lifetime thing for a lot of people. Yeah. So why and how do you get to authoritate over what a person does in the one, gleeful time they can go to somewhere they will only see once in probably their entire lifetime?
Yep. Now, you know what I'm going to do? I think this will be a lot of fun. There are guests that I think do it wrong. And there are guests, I think, who are what I would say bad guests. So I think a top 10 video, maybe before we do the top 10 on extreme movie shows on Tuesday, we could come over here. We could do a top 10 worst guests at Disney, and I could tell you, not the person buying a pretzel. That's not a bad guess. That's somebody who's just buying a freaking pretzel. The person who wrote the tweet, yeah, they would qualify.
Yeah. I get the distinct impression that this isn't an isolated incident for this person either. It seems like this person is a genuinely bitter, unpleasant human being to be around.
Yells at the person for having 11 items in the 10 item or less, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah. But yeah, there are actual people I think are bad guests. Just as an example, I'll see people climbing over a safety fence to get a better picture.
Oh,
you know that's there for a reason, right? You know, I'm one of those people that
safety is in the name, guys.
Yep. I saw a family encouraging their toddler son to catch that squirrel. No, that's a rodent with good PR. You don't want to be doing that. No, it's, yeah, you get a lot of weird people at a theme park, but somebody just buying a pretzel and wearing slut shorts, that's not it. But then again, in all honesty, we went to Busch Gardens one time and a woman's walking around in a bikini. I'm like, point of order. Yeah, so you did get strange people, but this is not it, and that's way too much anger for this. Anyway, there you go. That's all I have to say about this. What about you? Anything else?
Just the added ignorance of the millennial bashing, because like I said, every successive generation looks at the generation underneath them as though they're the one generation that's going to ruin society. The people in the 50s did it to the people who grew up in the 60s. The people in the 60s did it to the people in the 70s. The people in the 70s did it to the 80s. And now here we are, the Gen Xers are looking down on millennials going, oh, they're so naive and so young, they're going to destroy civilization as we know it, and they can't possibly have any good points to their worldviews at all. Whine.
To that, all I have to say is we gave you Die Hard. You gave us Antifa. We win. So anyway, gang, thank you very much for joining into the conversation. Dalton, thanks for joining me on this one. And as usual, thank you very, very much for watching, and see you real soon.
Cheers, guys.